Is that you, apprentice? Excellent. You've arrived safely on Balmorra, I see. Now, I hope you're ready to work. I've got a good idea of where the ancient artifact is on Balmorra, but it's not pleasant.
You mean like a rancor with a rash, or...?
You have a vivid imagination, apprentice. Tulak Horde hid his artifact in a vault on Balmorra, one that was later converted by the Balmorrans into a toxic waste storage facility. But the vault was hit badly in the last war. It's now a crater, filled with toxic waste. Your artifact is at the bottom.
I'll just get some diving gear and go.
If only it were that simple. I'm afraid the waste would kill even you, my apprentice. But try making contact with the Imperial Resources Officer here on Balmorra, Major Bessica. Bessica knows the planet, and he may even have a few good ideas.
I sincerely doubt it.
Those who succeed without the Force make up for what they lack with a certain resourcefulness. Don't write Bessica off. The Empire has its hands full coping with a violent Balmorran uprising. Officially, they're a grassroots militia. Secretly, they have the Republic's full backing. I've informed Major Bessica of the Republic's involvement, so he'll be better equipped to assist you. No doubt the Republic's hounds will get in your way.
Why is the Republic's involvement a secret?
At the end of the last war, the Treaty of Coruscant left Balmorra to the Empire. The Republic cannot risk open involvement without violating the treaty. But the war is secondary to the artifact. Retrieve the artifact and try to be discreet. We don't want the entire Sith Order chasing our prize.
There's something of great value in one of the hazard vaults. The one that was blown open. I heard you could help.
Ah, who's this? Sith? And an alien at that. It's a real pleasure. I have a son on Korriban, you know. It's a tough war you're walking into. We're fixing blasters with adhesive tape. But we'll help you any way we can. Now, let's see. A blown open vault. Captain, do we still have those pumps?
Sir, if this is the vault I think it is, it won't be that easy. The fumes alone have put men in the medical center.
There has to be something that can withstand this stuff.
We need some way to make this pit less deadly. Tell me, Captain, is there nothing that can survive the toxic waste?
Well, nothing grows there, sir. But there are the colicoids.
Colicoids? What do those bugs want with toxic waste?
Food, sir. Our surveillance satellites have recorded them feeding on the toxic waste. We suspect they've been designed to eat it.
I'll just assume you're kidding.
It does seem like a strange thing to do, Captain.
It's a guess. The toxic waste resistance may have been an unintended result. Or the Balmorran scientists were insane.
Is there a point in all of this?
If these creatures were created by science, there has to be a way to replicate the experiment. There must be a way for you to take on the colicoid's resistance, so you can enter the vault. Captain, where were these creatures created?
Well, I can't say for sure, but there's a research lab not far from here that was overrun with colicoids as soon as the Balmorrans abandoned it. But the colicoids are vicious creatures. Just one of them tore apart a whole squad.
You call yourself an army?
I'm sorry, Sith. We don't have the numbers to deal with these things. But if you can get into that lab, we'll get you into that toxic pit.
Sir, even if we find out what causes this resistance, we don't have the...
We'll worry about that later. Right now, our Sith friend has to get into that lab and find out what the Balmorrans did to those creatures.
Major, if we don't get those supply vehicles...
My men are working on it, sir, but until that shipment of plasteel I requested 3 months ago comes in...
I don't care! Tear it off the walls if you have to!
Is there anything wrong?
Don't worry about the Colonel. He's loud and impatient, but we all are these days, what with a supply shortage. Now, did you manage to find anything out of the lab? Captain Ilon and I have been doing our own research, but we haven't discovered much.
Let's just say I wouldn't want to live there.
Have a look at this, Captain. I can't make head or tail of it.
This confirms our suspicions. The collocoids were being mutated to clean up the waste, and it looks like the chemical mutagen they were using could theoretically work.
Well, that's it. That's our solution, right? We just replicate this chemical mutagen.
Sir, there's a problem. Our chief scientist defected to the Republic a few months back. We can't begin to replicate, let alone test the serum without him.
This scientist is the only one who can do this.
I'm afraid so. Command on Drummond Cass just isn't making Balmorra that high a priority these days.
The scientist's name is Yanis Tirek, and he's still on Balmorra, in a Republic research base out near the Toxic Lakes.
All right, Sith. It looks like you have your next objective. You find this scientist, you subdue him, my men will bring him back, and we'll get you your chance to swim in toxic waste.
The Republic's going to taste blood tonight.
Oh, and Sith, hurry back. I just got word that my son passed his trials on Korriban and is on his way to Balmorra. I don't want you to miss him.
Well, well. I should have known Beskar wouldn't let me go without a fight. But sending a Sith seems a bit like overkill. Are you here to kill me, or are you going to torture me first?
Thanks for reminding me.
No, listen. I won't be scared into returning. I risked my life to come here. Being an Imperial scientist, it's a fate worse than death.
Watching as I make a necklace from your entrails is another.
I won't go back to that place. You don't know what it's like. We're not expected to be men. We're machines, slaving day in and day out. No intellectual freedom, no creativity. I'm tired of building killing machines. I want to do some good for humanity. I can't go back there.
We'll see how you feel after this.
Damn Sith! You'll have to kill me. I'll never return to the Empire willingly.
I know just when to stop.
Sith, Major Beskar sent us in after you to collect the scientist.
Tell the Major to get him started on the serum right away.
Of course. We'll see you back at Sobrik.
Sith, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sure you're very busy. Congratulations, by the way. I heard that you found our scientist. We'll whip up that serum and get you into that toxic waste pit in no time. But there's a problem, and I need your help.
I don't do this sort of thing.
Look, you know I hold you in the highest respect, so I wouldn't ask if it wasn't truly important. It's my son. He arrived shortly after you left for the research facility, but then he went after some holocron, he called it. A few minutes ago, I got what I think was a distress call from him. He's in trouble.
He can handle himself.
Look, I didn't want to have to do this, but it sounds like I have no choice. This is my son we're talking about, and if you want your serum, you'll save him.
If you betray me, you die.
I have pull in important circles, and my brother is a high-ranking Sith. You'll listen if you know what's good for you. All this time you've been running around, we've been fighting a war. I've been more than happy to help, but not at the expense of my son's life.
If you're going to make me feel guilty, I'll do it.
I'm sorry it had to come to this. I like you, I really do. We narrowed the origin of the distress call to an abandoned building near the Republic crater outpost. I'm guessing the Republic's captured him, which means a lot of fighting to free him. Good luck.
You... The old man sent you for me, didn't he? He must have gotten my distress signal. I guess he's good for something. He kept talking about some Sith he was working with. He didn't mention you were a filthy alien.
Bessica's not a fool. He's a smart man.
Ha! Some Sith you are. Non-Sith are just pawns in our game, nothing more. Now get me out of here!
Give me one good reason.
My master's powerful. I'm sure you've heard of him. Lord Esdras. He won't be happy if I don't come back alive. My master sent me here for a holocron the Republic dug up someplace or other. I got the holocron, now all I have to do is get out of this place.
You wouldn't happen to have this holocron on you?
Don't worry. It's safely hidden in my robes. The holocron's a map. It's supposed to point to a powerful weapon of the dark side that's hidden here on Balmorra. The weapon's mine if I find it, which I will, now that you're here to free me.
Thank you for telling me all about this lovely new toy.
If you plan on taking that weapon, you're going to have to fight me first.
Stay back, Sith. I said stay back, and don't lay a hand on me. I know what you did. We had an agent in that outpost, and he reported everything. I told you you wouldn't get your serum if you didn't help. And you killed him!
Don't make me kill you too.
You're nothing but a cold-blooded murderer! You enjoyed killing him, didn't you? Didn't you?
To be honest, I've had better.
I knew it! You're sick! Sick! Please, just tell me one thing. Why? Why did you have to kill him? We have hollow images of the cell. The controls were right there. You could have freed him. You would have gotten your serum. Why?
I wanted to see what kind of pattern his blood would make.
He didn't deserve this. He was a good boy. And I trusted you with his life.
Oh, I grow tired of you.
You evil, wretched, bloodthirsty... I'll kill you! I'll kill you! You'll never get your serum because I'll kill you!
whoa there, Sith. Calm down. I've got your serum right here. Now, maybe the Major deserved what he got. Who am I to say? But there's no reason to do anything rash.
I don't need a reason to kill you.
Look, I see where you're coming from. I do. You have big plans, and the Major got in your way. Fine. So please don't take it the wrong way when I tell you. This plan of yours is completely insane.
The more insane the plan, the better.
Look, go ahead, take the serum. Take it. I made it just like this datapad specified. You're probably on the right track. The serum should give you resistance to the stuff in the blown-out vault. But there's also a good chance the serum will kill you. I mean, it was designed for colicoids, not humans.
Just give me the serum. Now.
All right, fine. Here you go. It's only a limited number of doses, and like I said, I'd use it sparingly if I were you. You'll have to fight past the main Republic base to get to the vault, but seriously, whatever the Republic throws at you, the colicoids will be worse.
Thanks, Doctor. But you're no longer necessary.
I see. So now you want to kill me. Go ahead. I told you before, I'm not afraid to die.
Sith, I mean, my lord. I mean, Major Illen here, sir.
Will I never be rid of you fools?
Right. Well, I'll be quick then. Yes, as the new resources officer here on Balmorra, I just wanted to apologize for the behavior of the late Major Bessica. His son's mission was not a military matter, and the Major had no right to demand your valuable time in that way.
What do you expect to gain from your sniveling?
My lord, I only... That is, I just hope you remember my role in helping you find what you were after.
As far as you're concerned, I was never here.
Yes, sir. I mean, my lord. You'll always be welcome here on Balmorra, sir.
As if I'd ever come back here.
Well, good luck with whatever it is you're doing.
I found the artifact.
Excellent. I trust Major Bessica was a good help. I've traced another artifact to Nar Shaddaa, but I'm still trying to locate the other two. I'll see what I can learn while you're on Nar Shaddaa. Now hurry. There can be no gain without haste. Ah, apprentice. You've reached Nar Shaddaa safely. Good. Don't let the glittering towers fool you. Misery and desperation rule the slums below. And desperation can drive people to many things. Remember that in your attempts to recover the artifact here.
What could I possibly find useful about a bunch of poverty-stricken morons?
The more you want, the easier you are to exploit. That's the general rule. The artifact, a pendant called the Eye of Tulak, belongs to the Sith Lord Paladius. He's lived here many years, converting Nar Shaddaa's poor and suffering into zealous followers. His own cult.
He cannot be allowed to continue.
It's no concern of mine that he preys on these people, except that the attention has gone to his head. Paladius leads his cult from seclusion, but you can draw him out. I've contacted 2 of his former cult members. They're in hiding now, fearing retribution, but hungry for revenge. They should prove useful.
I prefer to work alone, Master.
Don't discount them. They have information, and they're eager to oppose Paladius. I have encouraged their cooperation with the assurance that once Paladius is gone, the cult is theirs to lead. Circumstances change, of course. Do whatever you feel is necessary with Paladius and his cult. The artifact is all that matters.
Oh, Destress, dear brutish Destress. And Riley, so beautiful and intelligent. You were like children to me, which is why it pains me to do this.
You can cut the act, Paladius. You never cared about any of your children.
We don't need a tyrant for a father.
Ah, well said. Marvelous last words. Truly, I expected nothing less, which is what makes this so hard. Now, if you'll excuse me, my other children would like to play with you.
What have we here? The cavalry, looks like. Appreciate the help, but I had it under control.
Tagasar Jais embarks prize warpering swase ikbus karadida.
Easy, Destress. This isn't some holo you're talking to. My lord.
You are the smart one.
Thank you, my lord.
There was a lady Sith a while back, Darth Sash. Said she'd send someone to help us out. You it?
Taking down oppressive cult leaders is a favorite hobby of mine.
Good, because it makes me sick to think Paladius is out there while I'm cooped up in this rat hole.
Paladius built his empire on the backs of the poor. Said he'd save them from their miserable lives.
Said we'd make a mighty sword and strike against our enemies? It was all lies. It was all lies, but you win the support of the poor, you knock Paladius's legs out from under him.
How do I win the love of these poor, downtrodden souls?
What Paladius did was find the biggest, most vicious gang on the block and crush them. Right now, the gang's the Kraits, named after the Krait dragon on Tatooine. Their leader, Sabin, thinks he's descended from one. Take out Sabin, and the masses will see you as a regular hero.
And when another gang rises to take the Krait's place?
You're right. Taking out the Kraits wins you followers only until the next gang rises up. But there may be another way. A plague called the Rot afflicts the poorest of Nar Shaddaa's poor. But it can be cured, and the person who does so will be regarded not just as a hero, but as a prophet.
What exactly does this entail?
The cure to the Rot is owned by Titus Neutronics. You'll have to steal it from their warehouse, then distribute it.
I think I'll stick with the killing.
The direct approach. I like it. The Krait's lair is in the Corellian sector. Crush their leader, and the masses will take notice.
My
My lord, I wanted to apologize for Destris earlier. He was out of line.
Don't waste your breath apologizing for that fool.
I have a great deal of respect for you. I just wanted you to know that. You radiate a power that Paladius, for all his ranting and demanding, never did.
I'm glad you noticed.
Anyway, if we want to make a stab at taking over Paladius' cult, we need a real headquarters. Somewhere you can speak, hold meetings. I hope you don't mind, but I took the liberty of finding a place.
It's not wise to go behind my back.
I'm sorry, my lord. It won't happen again. The place is called the Strell House, for a charity worker named Dakin Strell. The people look to him as a leader. He's been dead nearly a decade, but his name still means something. And I thought it couldn't hurt to have his name associated with yours.
It's hardly a seat of power.
Power is hard to come by in the lower levels of Nar Shaddaa.
That was Garnock. You defeated Paladius' right-hand man. You should hear it. They're calling you the Great Dragon after how you did in Sabin. Look what I found outside.
My lord, for getting Sabin off our backs and the crates off our streets, we humbly present you with this gift.
I love getting gifts.
We are honored to serve you, my lord.
Isn't this great? Kill one gang leader and already you got Paladius scared and people lining up with presents.
No time for celebrating, Destris. Paladius isn't resting. He's called a big meeting at Meridian Hall. If we don't act, he'll rally his cult and stop our whole operation dead.
If Paladius dares to show his face, I'll make quick work of him.
He won't. Paladius only ever broadcasts to his cult by hollow.
This is our chance. You just go in, make a big show, and boom.
It's gonna take more than a show, Destris. We need to show that you have more power in your little finger than Paladius has in his... Wait, I've got it! It's a crazy idea, but what if you showed that you could move the city itself? Make a groundquake?
What on Nar Shaddaa is a groundquake?
You know, when the ground shakes underneath you. They're pretty rare, so it'd be a big deal.
What have you been putting in your soup, Riley? Nobody can just make this moon shake.
Stick with me here. You know the gas pipes that run under Meridian Hall? Well, what if we blow up those pipes?
Whoa, you got brains, girl. I know just the guy to set it up. Gord Maydell in the Nar Shaddaa Works Administration. Takes bribes on the side. He'll rig you something up, no problem.
I can't wait to see the look on Paladius's face.
Gord works at the NSWA office in the Duros sector, not far from Meridian Hall where Paladius is holding his big broadcast. You just tell him old Destris sent you.
Tukaki mem panino, am kabina bek memno kimgam. Kampujaki nanu, ki nama am kabina wam karak.
Kikuna mo, uban chone alipa, istin koto.
Boraka kemyu am kam nemnu, namgan bak umnok kijak. Laporam amka, mamni nikag, nagnaya mamni kamgam.
Obey or perish.
Umnuk inumemnu, amka kammem perolak palak. Memua pemguana, kumia yang mem gamba paka. Bulmogala apayang. Nilama ini amka amga.
It's so much more fun for me when you refuse.
Manalang yang perlo, amka kalami nayakira lebua. Memyuka hal krama, niknoga nalalu memnulak.
Do you still hope to win?
Mami lebik bak manuk, maraka naja ki nam yapamyak. Memua pemguana, kumia yang mem gamba paka.
A signaling device? You shouldn't have.
Norebe amgin, yam hamgan kam kalam, kam perim ganam, bagiyang, Manikhikapukam.
There is only one law for the weak as well as the strong, and that is power. For too long, the weak of Nar Shaddaa have grown soft in the luxury of their towers, while the strong have wallowed in chains. But I tell you, united, there is no law that can stop you. Take back what is yours!
Yeah! What have you done for me lately?
There are those who would tell you lies, who spread rumors and false promises. Already some among you are lost, having chosen the path of weakness. But you must shun this false messenger. The weak fear your growing strength, and have sent her to break it.
What makes you worthy of leading such a strong people, Paladius?
Ah, the deceiver shows her face. Behold, my children. Look how pathetic, how easily crushed by your collective might.
The very ground you stand on responds to my will. Can Paladius do this?
What kind of power is this? The world is ending!
Don't be fooled! It's a trick! Attack the deceiver! Attack!
Jamunja.
My lord, what happened? How did you...
We never met anybody who could do what you did. Not Lord Paladius, not anybody.
Worship me, or the next display of power will be your last.
Of course, my lord. We are most unworthy. But before you send us away, share your wisdom and strength with us, so we can serve you.
I want to wear robes of solid gold.
You're just as crazy as Paladius! Shut your mouth before the Sith fries us!
You heard the Sith. Pass the hat around and don't be stingy.
Huh. It's not really enough for a solid gold anything. But it's all we've got, at least until we find more followers.
If I find out that even one of you kept a single credit for himself, you will all suffer.
Yes, my lord. I'm sure no one would be so greedy as that. We'll go find more converts, rich ones. You'll get your robes, my lord. Promise.
Sith, will you look at this place? Dagon Strel himself couldn't generate this kind of crowd, and neither can Paladius anymore from the looks of it.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Yes, my lord. I'm sorry.
My lord, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. They said they'd kill me. They said they'd kill me if I didn't.
This is no place for cowards.
Sith, did you have to kill him?
Keep your moral squeamishness to yourself.
Yes, my lord. Now what's this thing he brought?
It looks like a hollow device. Let me see here.
Ah, Sith. Good evening. How good to talk to you again. I'm sorry to use such an unconventional method to contact you, but I had to be sure you got the message. You understand?
You have my attention. For now.
Wonderful. You see, I've had a bit of a revelation. When you first attacked my cult, I took it very personally. And then I realized you're Zash's apprentice. All this trouble is just about some silly artifact. Let's let bygones be bygones, hmm? We can meet at my place, in network access. We'll chat. I'll give you the artifact, and all will be mended.
I'm not one of your meek little cultists. You lie. You pay.
I promise. No tricks, or may I die creditless on Tatooine scrubbing a Jedi's back. Take time to consider my offer, but not too long, or my good mood may sour. And bring your friends.
Lying son of a hut. You're not seriously considering it, are you?
Jandam jayhayat iprau ja afleta forte ja fragich wahis.
I'm not stupid enough to fall for that trick.
No, don't you see? Sure, it's probably a trap, yes, but this is our chance to strike at him.
Fine, but I'm going in with both eyes open.
Sith! Destron, Rachel! I'm so glad you've come. You have made a wonderful decision. Can I offer you anything? A drink? And don't mind Varnock and Sharnock. They never leave my side.
I was prepared to fight through your welcoming committee.
Oh, Sith. You've proven yourself more than a match for anyone I'd throw at you. But I dare say you've gravely underestimated me. That painful twisting you feel in your gut is your essence draining rather rapidly. And that hollow, sinking feeling? Your connection to the Force being severed. Soon, you will be no more powerful than little Denton here, or Ramona.
For that, you will suffer.
Not so powerful anymore, are we? Greater Sith than you have fallen before me. Did you think you were the first to try and steal my cult? I could choke the life out of you right now, but since you seem so very eager, let's settle this with lightsabers. What? What? How is this possible? You're stronger than any I've faced. Oh, forgive me, my lord. Take the artifact. Just let me live and carry on the cult in your name.
I hate to break it to you, Paladius, but Darth Sash promised the cult to us. You're done.
You're very trusting, Destris. But surely my lord sees the advantage of leaving the cult in my hands. Think of what I could accomplish on your behalf.
My lord, please. Can Paladius really be trusted?
Killing you will be such fun.
Well, that was every bit as satisfying as I expected. We're in your debt, Riley and me. Only, the thing is, everyone in the cult looks up to you now.
See you shortly.
I guess I should go rally the cultists before they lose their fervor. Thanks again.
Yes, thank you, Sith. We'd still be hiding in that hole if it weren't for you.
I managed to obtain the artifact from Lord Paladius.
And you gained your own cult in the process, or so I hear. You are quickly becoming quite the cunning Sith.
Flesh of my flesh, listen to me. I cannot linger long. It takes too much out of me to appear here, but I must warn you. Your master, Darth Zash, is plotting something. Whatever it is can mean nothing good for you.
I killed Scotia. I'm not afraid of Zash.
Do not become arrogant. I have seen Zash making her preparations. She's taken 2 new apprentices, a boy named Karl and a girl named Corin. She's been sending them into the Dark Temple, presumably to confirm that I am gone.
Zash has other apprentices?
Yes. I assume they are meant to replace you. I considered killing these intruders, but I heard them speak of Zash and her desire that the chamber be secure for her work. Soon enough, Zash herself appeared. She comes every day now, studying the place and performing rituals. You are in danger.
Thank you for warning me.
Zash has taught you, crafted you to be everything she needs you to be. Zash knows your weaknesses. You must prepare yourself. An enterprising Sith Lord on Korriban has uncovered a piece of my old armor, my mask. It will protect you against Zash's onslaught. The Sith Lord's compound overlooks the tombs. Go, claim it. Guard yourself against Zash's attack.
I trust you will let me know if anything else develops.
I cannot guarantee when I will be able to speak with you again. As I said, it is difficult for me to visit you. But I will continue to watch over my chamber in the temple, conserving my energy for when I learn something more.